Hi, we just finished meeting for intonation practice on October 21st, and we started with subtle. This is one that looks very different than how it sounds. There's no B sound at all, and the T changes to a D. So be subtle about it. Subtle. And subtle will connect, and about it, that T will change to a D. And then the last T you won't hear at all. Just hold it. Be subtle about it. Two, 2.5 minutes. We're not going to emphasize this middle two because it's not important. So it will just get reduced to a t. And because it's following this vowel, it will change to a D. The T will change to a D, so it's duh. So 2. And this invisible W happens because we're going from rounded lips from to unrounded lips for to and. So to and. But we don't have to say a perfect and with a good D. We can drop the D. And, and because the and is not emphasized, it can change to I or So to win or to win. And I have here to win because I just moved the in over. To win half. To win half. Either way, wi or wa. So 2 to 2.5 minutes. 2 to 2.5 minutes. 2 to 2.5 minutes. Maybe I should take a little pause there because we do kind of take a pause. 2 to 2.5 minutes. 2 to 2.5 minutes. Months. I'm glad somebody asked this because it's one that I always notice when I'm watching TV or movies because I didn't know this myself as a native speaker. I don't remember learning anything about this growing up, and we don't really make that TH. It's something I teach as a shortcut because if you're trying to make that TH months, it takes time and you have to slow down to make the months, but we don't. We just change that th to a t and we say months. 2 months ago. 2 months ago. So listen for this. It's kind of interesting. Also try it in Youglish and see if you can hear it in slow motion. That we don't take time to say months. We just say months. However, with this as the insect, I think moths, the S is a Z. We do say the TH and it's voiced, and it takes a lot of time to slow down. Moths. We can't turn this into a T or a D, moths. We can't drop it and say moths. We have to say moths. Um, like moths to a flame, like moths to a flame. I really have to slow down. And we contrasted the vowels in beach and bitch, but I changed it to which so we could have a Halloween sentence. Because this is very important, especially for Spanish speakers, to have the E and the I sound more different. Because if they sound a little more alike and the sentence is a little ambiguous, then people might jump to the wrong one. So you want them to sound more different. E is the eat up here, where your tongue is in the front, pushing towards the front, very high, very tense. E, eat, and he, and beach. And then bitch, the tongue is more relaxed, it's lower in the middle. Eat it, eat it, bitch. So you can also stretch it out so that beach is a little longer, and that helps people hear that it's the E sound. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. And this one, which, is the same exact vowel itch combination, but with a W instead of a B. Bitch, witch. Same. So I made a Halloween sentence. I'm going as a witch for Halloween. Stitch, also the same combination, itch, stitch. And we have bitches get stitches as an example sentence. Battery, battery. The T's change to D's. I need to replace the battery. Accentuate. This chu can also be cha because it's not stressed. accentuate, or ooh, accentuate. That scarf really accentuates your eyes. Emphasize is the verb. I guess I'll put that there. And emphasis is, it can be a noun. Yeah. The emphasis is on the important words. You should emphasize the important words. The emphasis is on the important words. More vowels. So I, bite, and without the E, bit, bit. So take a bite, but just a little bit. I was talking about the silent E rule. I'm sorry. I was talking about the silent E rule. So most of the time in English, the E at the end of words is not heard, it's not pronounced. It's there to tell you how to pronounce the vowel before it if it's separated by a single consonant. So if that happens, you can look at the vowel before it and say the name of the letter. If I asked you, what is the name of this letter? You would say I, and that's how it sounds. I, bite. But if you take the E off, now the I sounds like the short vowel sound, which isn't the name of the letter. It sounds like I. And you have to learn those and memorize those. That's what kids learning to read English learn the vowels as long vowel sounds and short vowel sounds. Long vowel sounds sound like their name. A, E, I, O, and then oo. And the short vowel sounds do not. So the letter A can sound like a, I. Well, that's what they do. They do a lot of practice with these. However, when you see words in English that end in an E and we do pronounce it like an A, cafe, then it's usually a word from French and we're maybe not using the accent mark, but we're pronouncing it that way. Cafe, resume, latte. Beet, whether it's spelled BET like the vegetable or EAT like hit, they sound exactly the same. Beet. And you can practice bit and beat. I'd like a bit of beat, a bit of beat. King, ring, and sink all have the same situation where it looks like a regular N, but if it's followed by a G or a K, it's not the kind of N that your tongue tip goes up behind your top teeth. It becomes this kind of N. In phonetics, it's represented with an N with like a elephant nose. It's like an NG combination. And that means that the back of your tongue is going very high. So when you say king, king. It's pushing the air to go through the nose instead of the mouth and make it more nasal. We still, in transcription, we still use the I as in it and sit vowel. But if you try to make an I, kid, like I'm going to say kid, king, as my tongue starts rising, it changes the sound. So it's it's maybe representing the starting position of the tongue, but the ending is in the ng position. King. The same for ring. And this one with the K, sink. Sink. So when I'm writing how they look with just regular letters, I usually use the two E's to represent the E sound and then the NG. So, and the last one is sirloin. So, sirloin, the stress is on the first syllable. Sirloin steak. Okay. Subtle. 2 to 2.5 minutes. Months. Moths. Beach. Bitch. Witch. Stitch. Battery. Accentuate. Emphasize. Emphasis. Bite. Bit. Cafe. Beat. King. Ring. Sink. Sirloin. That's it. Thank you. I hope to see you tomorrow for intonation practice. Thanks and have a good day.